We are an equal opportunity company. 27 years ago, I started as a junior designer here, and look at me now. I have glasses and a tie, and it says something here that I'm a CEO. Yeah, you can be one too. And we want you to join our team as a junior designer. And we only have a few little requirements from you. So first of all, as a junior designer, we need you to have at least 5 years of commercial experience. I mean, isn't that obvious? You really need to be a designer to become a designer. And that's completely reasonable, because you know, for senior designers, we actually expect them to have 15 years of experience of working in Sketch, even though Sketch is only 10 years old. So as a junior designer, we also require you to have extensive design system knowledge. And by extensive, I mean like maybe working on a design system for IBM or Atlassian or something like that. You know, like most juniors do in their free time. Do you know Sketch? That's perfect. That's what we need exactly. But we also need you to know Principle, Figma, Spline, and a lot of other tools that are gonna be listed here on the screen. And by knowing them, I mean as a junior designer, you should be able to teach all of those tools on a university level. I mean, like, what would you expect? And as a junior designer, we actually also expect you to know a little bit of animation. I mean, not too much, just on a level that would allow you to, let's say, make an entire Rick and Morty episode all on your own, and in about a week.
Oh man, oh, jeez, oh!
And that includes the voices.
But if you stick with me, I'm gonna accomplish great things, Morty, and you're gonna be part of them.
What, you never heard of drunk method acting? Look it up. So as a junior designer, you'll be making apps, websites, coffee, and a lot of other things that are really expected from junior designers. But don't worry, because all of that comes with the junior designer salary.
Sounds good to me.
And with the benefits that will come to you. At least a year after you join the company, because they're not gonna come right away. But you'll get them. You'll get pizza every Friday.
Pizza's knowledge, let's go.
And you could get actually some fruit on Thursdays, but only bananas. We don't really do oranges, sorry. That's company policy. And you could join the gym, but they're kind of closed right now, so you won't. And of course the pay is going to be low at first, because, well, you're a junior designer, so what would you expect? But you're gonna gain so much experience, like, I mean, just mind-blowing experience, that you actually could become a mid-level designer in about 20-something years. And that would be a huge 10% boost in your salary, which is well worth it. So don't wait, just apply right now and you can join this awesome organization and become an awesome junior designer.
Scary.
Yes.
Don't be scared.
Well, I'm not really scared.
You should be.
Well, I'm a little bit scared.
Well, don't be.
Hey guys, Mike here, and yeah, I know it's pretty crazy on the job market right now. So the market is saturated with many companies that expect you to have, as a junior designer that's practically starting out in the field, to have, you know, years of experience, to have an extensive knowledge of all the tools and all the processes, even though you never had a chance to actually try them before. And yeah, this is bullshit. Right now, I think that the problem is actually twofold. Because on the one hand, the companies are being completely stupid and silly with their expectations of you as junior designers, but at the same time, I think that the landscape has been a little bit destroyed by the ubiquitous boot camps and UX courses and things like that, because there's like a lot of people coming onto the market with very similar looking portfolios, with very similar looking skill sets, and with very similar projects in those portfolios. And it can happen that two people can apply to the same company and they can have the exact same project in their portfolios. And yeah, that doesn't really look that good. So while I think that the companies are just trying to protect their margins and their bottom lines, and they really want people who at least know anything about what they're doing, because it's gonna make it easier for those companies, those unreasonable expectations are making a lot of junior designers nervous and stressed and anxious, and you don't have to be that way. There are some pretty easy ways out of this, and I'll try to share more of them in the future videos, but for now I have some advice for you that you should consider if you're going to apply for a designer job. So the most important thing is to stand out. So don't have one portfolio item that's the same as everybody else in your group had. Do a lot of extracurricular things, do your own projects, your own designs, and actually have a portfolio, even if it's not a real set of projects that were on the market, even if it's just stuff that you did for fun. Have a lot of it, basically. Do a lot of it. Do one project per day for a month, and then you'll be ready, because you'll have 30 projects. It's as simple as that, really. And if you have that sense of scale of the stuff that you did, people are not gonna look at the resume as much when they see that you have a 40-page PDF with your portfolio or a very long website full of projects. Because if you're a UI designer especially, most people are gonna be drawn to the images. And as a UI and a UX designer, you can also add a lot of additional context and a lot of additional knowledge that you can share from the project or from your thought process, even if it was just a for fun project. Let's say that you did some basic research, like even a Twitter survey, something for starters to show that you're trying to creatively solve a problem of not having the access to proper projects. So most of all, don't be boring and don't have a one project portfolio, because that really is gonna be a deal breaker for most companies. But what you can also do is start to become active in the community even before you become a designer. Just be active on Twitter, be active on Instagram, share your tips and tutorials or portfolio pieces, talk to people. And at some point you might even be able to join some panel or some group discussion, and that will actually bring your credibility a lot higher in the eyes of a potential employer. Or you know what, just make a small event for your friends, you know, some other junior designers, even if it's just gonna be 10 people on the Zoom call. You can call it something sophisticated, like the Design Exploration Meetup Part 3, even if it's just the first one. And then just do the event and just make some slides from it and show them as part of your experience, because it's all experience. Because it's not about just some 5 years of sitting at some desk and just plopping out design after design. Because in reality, if you spend 2 months, which is like 320 hours of the actual 8-hour work days, and you use that time to actually come up with a lot of very efficient projects and a lot of very efficient work, that is likely the equivalent of 3 to 4 years of how those companies that you're gonna be applying to work, because most of them work very, very slowly. Really, it's just a matter of putting it into the right perspective. And I don't think that if you have a portfolio and a resume that actually show that you're really engaged into this community and that you're engaged into learning a lot and exploring a lot of different things and actually designing quite a lot, doing a design per day for 30 days, I don't think that those 5 years of experience are gonna matter. Because at some point you'll find a company that's gonna accept it. And in our case, the ambition was always way more important than the actual experience. Because it's pretty easy to actually get those, you know, years of experience. You just get a job and start working there, and then just be on the non-progressing flatline for 5 years, and then you have 5 years of experience, but it doesn't mean that you're better than somebody with no commercial experience but very dedicated to what they do. So like what you do, explore more, do a lot of different things, and also just basically work hard. Because at the very first step, if you work hard, if you make a lot of projects, and if you have a big portfolio, even if it's just for fun stuff, you're gonna get noticed and you're gonna get hired. So no worries. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Cheers. Okay, is this thing still on? Yeah, we might not really get anyone. Maybe we should bump up the salary by like, I don't know, 5%?